137 days. That is how long Nancy Guthrie has been missing. An 84-year-old woman who went to church every Sunday, who played golf, who baked for her grandchildren. 137 days of silence. And today, something shifted. A group of mothers in Mexico received a specific tip, not vague, not random, specific enough that they organized a search. Armed security came. State officials backed them. And they walked into a killing field that has already given up 25 bodies. Nobody asked them to go. Nobody paid them. No American official reached out. No FBI agent made a call. They just went. Because someone sent a tip with details. And they are the people who go when details matter. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why this development changes everything about where this case goes next, and why the person who took Nancy Guthrie is running out of time. If you are new to the Crime Journal, subscribe right now and turn on notifications, because the person who took Nancy is listening to this. And what you are about to hear will tell you exactly how much time they have left. On day 137, something happened that should have happened on day 1. A tip came in, but not to the FBI, not to the Pima County Sheriff, not to any American authority. It came to Buscando Corazones Nogales, a group of Mexican mothers who search for the missing in cartel territory. This was not a vague call, not some random person with a hunch. This tip had specifics, details, exact information that pointed to one specific area, Mariposa, Butterfly, an area 60 miles south of Nancy's home. An area where 25 bodies have already been found. 25. Think about that. Not 2, not 5. 25. Unmarked graves in one location. 25 people someone decided to disappear. 25 families who may finally have answers. And someone who knows something about what happened to Nancy, sent this tip to Mexico instead of America. That choice matters. That choice tells us everything. Why did they not call the FBI? Why did they not claim the $1.2 million reward? Why did they route this information across the border to a volunteer group of mothers instead of to the most powerful law enforcement agency in the world? Maybe because they do not trust American authorities. Maybe they watched this investigation stumble for 137 days and realized the only way to tell the truth is to go around the system. Maybe they are afraid of someone north of the border. Maybe reaching across the border felt like the only safe way to tell the truth without putting themselves in direct danger. Think about what kind of person would need to fear that. Think about the kind of knowledge that would inspire that level of caution. Ramona Guadalupe Ayala Ortiz leads this group. She is not law enforcement. She is not paid. She is a mother who lost someone and decided that searching was better than waiting. For years, she and her volunteers have walked into places most people would never go, places that break people. They carry shovels, GPS coordinates, the knowledge that comes from finding 24 bodies before. And when the tip came in, they did not hesitate. They organized. They called the Sonora State Commission. They got municipal support. They arranged armed security. Because going into a killing field requires protection. They went. And here is what breaks the heart of everyone following this case. They went before any American investigator had publicly engaged with what was on the other side of that border. 137 days. A group of Mexican mothers had to be the ones to search a location 60 miles from Nancy's home. 1 hour away. 1 single hour. The border crossing at Nogales is 1 hour from Nancy's house. You do not show a document heading south. You walk across. There are no scanners on vehicles heading south. The barrier between Nancy's home and Mariposa is 1 hour by car and virtually no government oversight in either direction. That crossing has been known since day 1. The ease of it has been documented. A killing field that has already produced 25 bodies sits literally 1 hour from Nancy's house. When they searched, they did not find Nancy. But they said they are going back, because unlike some people, these mothers do not give up. Now let me tell you what the Pima County Sheriff's Department said about all of this. Their exact statement posted publicly. We are aware of reports regarding an anonymous tip related to the Nancy Guthrie investigation that was provided to a group in Mexico. At this time, we have not been contacted by Mexican authorities. Read that again. We have not been contacted. Not we immediately reached out to Sonora authorities. Not we sent a representative to assist the search. Not we are grateful for their work and we are coordinating with them. We have not been contacted. On day 137, with a killing field an hour from Nancy's house, with armed Mexican officials actively searching, with a specific tip credible enough to mobilize a government, the response is, they did not call us. So here is the question nobody is asking out loud. Did you call them? Because that is what any investigator with urgency would do. If mothers in Mexico are searching for your missing person, you do not wait to be called. You call them. You offer cadaver dogs. You offer FBI agents. You send everyone available immediately. Instead, the response is passive, deflective, like a case manager checking a box. This is the pattern of this investigation since day one. Every genuine development has come from outside the official structure, and now this. A Mexican mothers group, a specific tip, armed security, state commission backing, an active search in a killing field 60 miles from Nancy's home. All of it happening without a single phone call from the people whose job it is to find her. I needed to understand what 137 days really means in a case like this. So I turned to Dr. Tracy Sargent, a forensic criminologist and victimologist who worked on the Natalie Holloway case, someone who knows what time does to an investigation. And here is what she said that matters. At day 137, the person who took Nancy may be feeling different. The immediate panic is gone. The fear of the first weeks has faded. They might even be thinking they got away with it. Living a normal life, going to work, seeing friends, convinced the secret is safe. But time changes people. Associates start talking. Guilty consciences surface. Someone whispers to someone who tells someone else. A guilty conscience becomes a burden that gets heavier every single day. Dr. Sargent said something that stayed with me. If this person can stay quiet, they feel like they have gotten away with it. But as a case gets older, time can actually work against them. People feel more comfortable talking. The calculation changes. What felt impossible to say on day 1 becomes something they cannot stop thinking about on day 137. And she said something else that matters even more. If there are multiple people involved, that increases the chance someone talks. More people means more mouths means more pressure, and the first person who talks usually gets the best deal. That message is for whoever is listening right now. The first person to break, the first person to tell the truth, that person gets immunity, that person gets a deal, that person might walk away. But the second person, the third person, they do not get deals. They get prison. Now here is the question that should terrify whoever did this. Why did someone send this tip now? Not on day 1. Not on day 30. Not on day 100. On day 137. Specifically to Mexico. Specifically with details. Specifically to a group of mothers. What changed? Something broke. Somewhere in the world of whoever is carrying this secret, something shifted. A conversation happened. A conscience cracked. A calculation changed. And the result was a specific tip detailed enough to mobilize a government sent to women in Mexico who search for bodies in the desert. That tip came from someone who knows, someone who has been sitting on information for 137 days, someone who finally decided the weight of it was too heavy to carry alone. And that person is not done talking. The mothers are going back. They said they are not finished. They are going to keep searching in the Mariposa area. They have the support of Mexican authorities. They have armed security. They have determination that no official task force has matched in 137 days. Dr. Sargent's final words gave me something I have not felt in a long time following this case. She said, "I am very hopeful. I have a greater sense of hope now because of what is happening in Mexico. Those volunteers, those officials, they are not required to do this at all. And the fact that they are, I am very encouraged." 137 days. And finally, someone is actually searching where she might be. Nancy Guthrie, if you are out there, know this. Your family has not forgotten you. Your daughter Savannah carries your name every single day. A group of mothers in Mexico, women you have never met, are searching for you in the desert. The world is watching. The silence is breaking. And we are not stopping until you come home. To Nancy's family, to Savannah, to everyone carrying this weight, may the truth come swiftly, may justice follow, and may Nancy Guthrie finally be found. If you know anything about what happened to Nancy Guthrie, especially anything that points south of the border, you need to call the FBI right now. 1-800-CALL-FBI. You can also contact the Pima County Sheriff's Department at 52035149900. The reward is $1.2 million. It is completely anonymous, no name, no identification, just you and the truth. Because tonight, mothers in Mexico are preparing to search a desert at sunrise, and somewhere in that desert, Nancy Guthrie might finally be found. The person who knows is listening to this. And the choice is yours. You can call, get the best deal, get immunity, get your life back. Or you can watch Mexican mothers find your secret in the desert. One phone call. That is all it takes. The silence is breaking. Share this video right now. The more eyes on this case, the more pressure on everyone who knows where Nancy is. Subscribe right now and turn on every notification. Because when this case breaks, and it will break, you need to be here to see it. Nancy Guthrie deserves to come home. and we are not stopping until she does.